Hey, and welcome back to State of My Art podcast. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, thanks for joining me. I'm your host, Mike Liorti. On today's episode, I sit down and chat with a San Diego local band by the name of Bole. That's B-O-L-E. Bole will be opening up my September 24th self-titled album anniversary show happening at the Poorhouse in Oceanside. So, I figure I would have them on episode 41 of the podcast. My conversation with Bole took place here at the Sharp School of Music and Studio on September 7th, 2021. All right, boys, welcome to the show. Welcome to the State of My Art podcast. We're really doing it. I'm here with Bole.
What's going on, Mike?
Hello. We got Aiden, Jesse, and Randy.
That's right.
What's up?
I did it in the order that I met them in.
We're just missing one member. We're missing Josh, our lead guitarist. But
Nice.
3/4 of Bole.
right?
What's Josh up to this evening?
Josh, he's practicing with another band tonight, so he's got other things going
He's a
on.
very busy man.
He's a busy guy, but you know.
Are any of you guys in any side projects?
You know, we're not. We're the original members of the band, so
Yeah.
this is our baby first and foremost.
Okay.
And then
I'm in Foreign Lifeform. We're a thrash punk band from down in San Diego.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Do you guys rehearse at the Soma? What's that rehearsal room behind Soma?
Your studio over. It's like behind Soma, over by Rock and Roll San Diego.
That's what I was thinking. Rock and Roll San Diego.
Yeah, it's right across from the Modern Times Brewery or bar.
Maybe that's where I've heard that name from.
Yeah, dude.
they've been around for a while, right?
Yeah, we've been playing for since 2017, 2018, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how we met them and everything. So.
Okay. Cool.
That's how we met Jesse, yeah. So
do you guys live down there, or do you live up here in North County?
We're kind of all over the place.
yeah, we're all scattered now. I live in Fallbrook. That's where I was born. Same with Aiden.
That's where we grew up, and that's where we went to high school, where we met, where we started the band.
Yeah.
It was in Fallbrook.
Nice.
So our original drummer was from Fallbrook too. So we used to all live 5 minutes apart from each other when we started it all.
But now he's in La Mesa.
Yeah, now I'm in
college.
La Mesa, Oceanside. I'm bouncing between the two spots, and Jesse's
I'm from
down
Lemon Grove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The other band that I play in, Summer Years, formerly known as Mainsail, also started in Fallbrook.
Oh, no. Wow.
So,
I've heard of Mainsail. I
Yeah.
used to work with this guy named Tom, and he told me his daughter used to do the merch for you guys or something like that.
do you know his daughter's name?
I don't remember. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
You guys started in Fallbrook?
Well, yeah, Nick still lives out in Bonsall, but
Okay.
Okay, wow.
yeah, one of our singles coming out early next year is about Fallbrook. So
Oh shit!
Wow.
We just recorded a song about Fallbrook.
Really?
So,
Yeah,
we're gonna.
Fallbrook, yeah,
it's
you
a
don't
beautiful
really
town.
hear. Yeah, you don't really hear too much about
many
Fallbrook
bands
or
coming out
about
of there.
people from Fallbrook.
It's all about
so.
the avocado fest out there, bro. I swear.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know Fallbrook
Dude,
for is the
Fallbrook
Avo
keeps
Fest.
popping up. I was in, I had one of my songs, Gray, was part of the score, the soundtrack for this movie called From War to Wisdom, that my friends that I met through this crazy entrepreneur summit, and their movie was sponsored. It's about PTSD and what they went through as vets and suicides and all that. It's really powerful. And one of the characters that I was just really attached to through watching it, I don't even know the guy, but I'd love to meet him. He's from Fallbrook.
What was his name?
Oh man, I'd have to look that up. You know what? I think I wrote it down just to try and hit him up at some point. I message myself all the time. I message myself lyrics, message myself burrito shops.
Yeah, you have to.
That
It's
I have
about
to remember.
those important notes that you got to keep track of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
pops
remember
up in
where I
weird
did.
places, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, we just...
Weird Al's parents.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Are you
really?
serious?
used to live...
There you go. That's another one.
They used to live right down...
And Jason Mraz.
Didn't they get murdered?
Yeah.
Weird Al's parents?
They used to live right down the street from my first house in Fallbrook. They died from their gas leak or something like that. They left on their
wow.
gas.
What the hell?
Yeah, I remember
Did
they
the
lived
house
on
blow up?
I don't know, but they lived on a street called like Foxfire Road or something like that. I remember,
and that's why Weird Al makes such sentimental, heartbreaking music.
Well, yeah, this was after his huge run of having like a TV show and everything. I loved Weird Al, man. That was my first concert when I was 7 years old.
Oh, no way!
I was obsessed with Weird Al. Maybe 8 or 9, but I went and saw him at Canada's Wonderland. I'm from Toronto.
Okay.
So that was my first concert in the Wonderland Pavilion, and he dressed up as Kurt Cobain for that song. He did the Jurassic Park.
When I first saw Smells Like Nirvana, the music video, I just laughed my ass off so hard. That's like one of my favorite songs by him. So
it was perfect.
Yeah, he's cool. He's good.
For little kids getting into music who just want to hear funny lyrics, parodies.
Yeah.
I was so into that growing up.
Right.
But wow, Fallbrook, man.
Yeah, we're from Fallbrook, and then
Josh is from Temecula.
So it's kind of
we're all spread. So we do a lot of driving, but it's whatever. Because we play shows all around San Diego County too. So it's like either way, someone's gonna drive like an hour for whatever we're doing. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Not that it's relevant. I don't know why I always bring up, hey, so where are you guys from? It's always the first thing I say on the podcast, and I'm editing it back later, like, I'm becoming my dad. What does that have to do with the price of eggs?
It's not relevant, I guess.
Well, where you're from determines the price of your eggs. So.
Sure.
Yeah, we have like one of our better songs is about Fallbrook and stuff, and we named it after like an old pizza joint that used to be there.
Is that on the EP that you guys have on Spotify?
No, it's going to be on the new EP.
Currently
right now.
Yeah.
So that's when I finished tracking the instrumentals for it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and do vocals like sometime this week, and then we're hoping Halloween comes out.
Yeah.
We've had so many hiccups with this one so far, but we're hoping Halloween is
That's a song that you guys have?
Yeah, we're going to release a 3-song EP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that EP is called Halloween?
No. We want to get it out by Halloween.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The EP is going to be called Camp Hasamdala.
Okay.
So it's like a devil Halloween kind of thing.
Well, that's soon. You guys have a month and a half.
Yeah.
Is it already done? Tracked, recorded?
We tracked it all. Just got a little bit vocals.
Yeah.
That's it. And then we just got to get it mixed and mastered.
Get it all figured out.
Where'd you guys record it?
At our buddy's studio, Running and Screaming.
Okay.
These guys are from OB. They're freaking awesome. They're the OB trolls, dude.
Shout out Running and Screaming.
Yeah.
I love OB. I used to work at Winston's. I used to do sound there.
Okay. OB is such a cool place.
Too.
Yeah. It's a really cool place.
And then you guys have that live session on YouTube. Can people watch that whole live session? What do they search to watch that?
You just type in Bole and then one of the songs. Yeah, White Tree Productions.
Yeah.
Or just like one of the song names, either Mute or Scoreboard Pizza.
Yeah, Mute is what I heard just now.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Scoreboard's really cool too. I really like that one.
Yeah. That's the one about Fallbrook. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then as far as other music we got out, we just have one EP called Teenage Supermarket that we made fresh out of high school.
It's like almost 2 years ago now.
Just to get some music out there, and so it was like a we just recorded it in a garage, but
it took like one day to record it.
we recorded all the songs in one day.
So
but
it's good, man.
It's dope.
Yeah.
You guys are putting out music.
Yeah.
I know we're trying.
No matter how you do it,
we're trying to work more because it's been we thought it would be hard to find shows and easy to record music, but then we learned it's the opposite. We have too many shows that we know what to do with, and then every time we try to record music, we fuck up.
Yeah, it seems like you guys play almost every weekend.
Yeah, I mean, especially post-COVID, we've been trying to play every
Before COVID, we had at least 2, almost 3 shows a weekend and everything. So
good. And you're
building. There's more venues out and everything. So
building a following kind of all over the place.
Yeah, that's what we want for sure. Yeah.
And you guys are playing my 5-year anniversary show coming up in a couple weeks.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Will from the Poorhouse directed me to you guys, pointed me your way.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Wait, Will, how does he know about the music?
He knows us because Scott, the guy from Violet Dies.
Okay. Yeah, he's in a couple bands.
The guy from Violet Dies, Brett, he heard your music and then said, "Oh, we would be good. We would be a good match." So he texted me this guy, blah blah blah. And I was like, hell yeah, we'll do it. Because I was just at the Poorhouse the night before he texted me. And I was like, bro, I want to fucking play here. This shit's dope.
I've never been, so this is gonna be my first time.
Oh, it's fun.
I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah.
It's a fun little spot, and I guess they probably noticed that you guys are pretty Blink. You guys are kind of like the Dude Ranch era of
we
Blink.
got a little Blink thing
That's
going
the style
on.
we go for.
So,
Dude Ranch style. I do a lot of. I like gob a lot. So
Gob, dude, I don't know anybody who knows Gob.
No,
That's my
You're
favorite
listening to
Canadian
Soda
band.
on the way up here, man.
Dude. And what was the album after Soda? That's like
Too Late No Friends.
the one with Stand for the Moment. It might be called For the Moment.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, God, that record was one of the life changers for me. Top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
And they're Canadian. So one of my, like, I don't know many Canadian bands, and everyone's always like, oh, do you know so-and-so? You're from Canada.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, but do you know Gob? Because Gob is...
Dude, their vision is perfect. Like, their music videos and everything, just like, they're like total shitheads, but they also, you know, they play the music
Great
just like
musicians.
perfect.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Some 41's Canadian.
Some 41, and I was going to just say, and this is episode 41, of course,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but Tom, one of my favorite guitarists, the singer of Gob,
Yeah.
plays guitar. He's the third guitarist in Sum 41.
In Sum 41 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, yeah. You were telling me about that
Talking about
before.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like the original fill-in for Dave Brown Sound Backish when he left.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Sum 41 did 2012 Warped Tour, which was
Yeah.
like the year that Warped Tour was finally like, all right, Rosedale, like, let's get you on a stage.
Oh, no
You're
way.
obviously not going
Wow.
away. Yeah.
That's
and
sick.
so I got to like go in and I saw Tom from Gob. I'm like, no way. What are you doing here? He's like, oh, I play in Sum 41 now. I'm like, oh, Gob's not playing, but sweet. Like,
Yo.
Yeah. That's
dope.
sick. Yeah.
I remember he used to
Wow.
like throw his guitar down and skate across the stage on his guitar, his like beat up orange Strat.
Sick, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
They have like a live video at like some kind of snowboarding like show in
Yeah.
Canada or whatever.
Yeah, much
they destroy
music.
all their instruments.
Yeah,
It's
they used to
awesome.
play all those snowboard gigs, and they were on a couple snowboard games. They were on an NHL, I think NHL 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
They
be
were on-
sick.
Yeah.
Being on a game like that.
Yeah, getting a
Yeah.
free like $100,000 paycheck to do nothing.
Yeah, just some of those
Music.
older games had like some of the best soundtracks on it, like all the old Madden games and everything. Like,
Dude, the
that's
old
how
Tony
I
Hawk
discovered.
games,
Yeah,
bro.
Tony
that's
Hawk
how I
is
discovered a lot of good
that
music. back
soundtrack.
then.
Tony Hawk 2 is like what made me get a guitar.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
like, I gotta learn these Rage Against Machine songs and Lagwagon and Melancholy.
yeah.
Dude, they had a Bad
That
Religion
was-
song. I can't remember the name of it, man, but that song was so good. I wish I
Yeah.
could remember the name of it, but
That was on.
it
That was on
off-
the Tony Hawk 2. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure too.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that got me into like a few bad. I think I saw Bad Religion when they came to
Yeah.
a skate park in Canada.
even now though, they still do kind of release some good soundtracks on that. Like, one of my favorite bands, like that are up in East Bay, Destroy Boys. They were on one of the newer Tony Hawk games and stuff, and like they have a lot of cool like bands and everything on there still. So
Sweet.
But the OG
Destroy
ones
Boys,
are
they're called.
Yeah,
Cool.
they're up in like
Badass.
East Bay and everything.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's like a girl band, but they're still really really good. I love them. Yeah.
Right on. They're good, even though they're girls. I gotta get them on the podcast. I need more girls on this show.
I'm in a lot. Yeah, we listen to a lot of girl bands actually. Like I prefer.
I just saw
that
Lolo
more than-
last night. Have you ever heard of Lolo?
No, I haven't.
So I saw Lolo pop up on, I don't know if it was like Instagram or like the 3 times I've ever been on TikTok. An ad came up where this girl was singing Teenage Dirtbag with her band, and I was like, this is tight.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And then I was at the Newfound Glory show last night, and she was
Okay.
opening with her band. I'm like, I've seen this band before, and she's talking about how
TikTok
no
band.
one's ever seen us before. I'm like, I've seen this band
I know
before.
you.
Yeah.
Then they covered Teenage Dirtbag. I'm like, I remember seeing the
remember
ad for
this.
this,
Yeah.
or just their post in general on it.
Yeah. No, TikTok has a lot of good stuff that they get viral for. Like,
Yeah, dude.
There's a lot
It's
of
easy to go
bands.
viral on it, man.
Are you guys on TikTok?
No,
we're figuring out what we could do.
We should, though.
Yeah, you guys
do
are
some-
young and new, and
Sounding like the new wave, man. Like
Right.
some people blow up on that.
Yeah, I found a lot of good bands on there too.
all you guys
so-
gotta do is something stupid too. You don't even have to put up like
Right.
high quality
Yeah.
content.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You should get on that before the 24th. Get that TikTok done.
Yeah.
Get this
Start
views
building a
up.
following.
We can do some prank videos.
Honestly, all you need to do is like smile at the camera and say, "Hey, we're a band from San Diego," and
Yeah.
Yeah.
SoCal.
and you know, as long as
Yeah.
people share
And
it,
skating and hanging out, and then
Yeah.
yeah, just do what you do.
Just
I
fit the
mean,
bill.
I'm totally being a hypocrite because I don't know what I'm doing when I'm on there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll like make a 1-minute song about how I hate that it has to be a minute. And,
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
your TikToks. Yeah. I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
that kind of style, is the style that people, just like give views for all of a sudden.
You would think. I mean, I do what I would want to see.
Yeah.
And I make what I want to hear. And that doesn't always work out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes it's like you don't know what will go viral. Sometimes like the stupidest thing will go viral, but sometimes like I don't know. The algorithm on there is really cool too. So
when you don't try is when you get viral, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, back to the video game thing, you guys got to find some video game developers that want some punk rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Or someone with a sports video, like a surf video or something like that.
Yeah,
or skate video.
we've been talking about that.
We've had some music and skate videos before, and it was so sick.
Yeah.
Dude, or some dirt bike videos, bro. I'm telling you, I think that would be fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of motocross guys, BMX guys that are listening to this style of music, skaters listening to this style of music.
Punk rock is like low key kind of coming back. So
for sure, dude. There's rappers making
exactly.
punk rock albums.
That's what I mean. It's crazy. I'm glad,
GK.
but like
we were listening to Kenny Hoopla on the way here.
Dude, Kenny Hoopla's really dope.
Yeah. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah.
Sick. It's all the stuff Travis Barker's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Travis Barker hops on an album and it's like
for
blinkifies it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
But it's the aesthetic now that people like. Yeah, so, it's cool.
Yeah,
We have to figure out a way to do it. But, like, right now, like, we're working on this new music to come out, and I don't know, I'm super stoked about it because, like, personally, I feel like once we get this music out, we'll be able to really start working.
Start getting on a roll. Maybe start looking towards an album.
We're in a new era of a band right now because we just added Jesse, and who's like the most amazing drummer. Like,
best drummer.
How long have you been in the band?
A couple months.
4 months.
Longer than 2
most.
months.
Oh, really?
I'd say like maybe 6 months at most.
Yeah,
maybe around
I
there.
think like 4 months at most.
And then Josh has been in, and then the other guitarist has only been in the band like 4 months too. So we just had a big change like through the COVID break.
Yep.
And now it's like made me so much more excited because Jesse adds like the whole thrash element. His drums are so much faster. It's like exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
And so like all these years we're just playing we're playing our music and like it sounds like how we want it to sound, but now I'm like super happy because with Jesse's drums and with Josh's guitar and everything, like, and our writing is getting better. But I feel like we're finally getting the sound that we want. So I'm like, oh great, now we can start
getting more comfortable on stage too and everything. So
doing all this.
That's like another big thing. So
I love it. I love seeing new younger bands go through the phases and stages that it takes to get good.
For real.
Right?
You know?
And then now we're seeing it with the crowd too, because I'm like, now the crowd understands what we're going for. Like, now the crowd understands we're trying to go as fast as possible.
Or they see that
go
an element of control too, where you guys have you all know what each other are gonna do.
Yeah.
So chemistry as well.
yeah, exactly. Chemistry is really building.
Dude, like when Josh and I play Tomb Raider, bro, he and I are like locking eyes the whole time to get the intro right. We're like, all right, dude. Yeah, right there. Okay. It's so funny.
And
and it's funny to like look back on like when I was starting a band and see what some of the bands I'm doing sound for per se, which I'll probably be doing sound for you guys on the 24th.
Yeah.
And I've worked with a lot of bitter sound guys too that get all upset when the band doesn't like they're still in the early stages of
being a band.
setting their guitar tone or whatever it is.
I've experienced that a lot. I remember a lot of that.
And they get and so they're on their phone for the band set and everything. And I swore to never become that. And like, I always try and keep a positive attitude when I'm working with new young bands. And like, you know, they'll figure it out soon. But you know, you were there one time, you know, remember when
everybody was
when you put your guitar that loud and didn't care if people could hear your vocals and stuff like that.
I remember like one of our like very first shows, like our second, third show, I was like setting up my amp and everything, and the guy was like rushing me and stuff, and he was like, you gotta tune your guitar. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get to that. Like after
He told you to tune?
Yeah, like after I start like plugging all my stuff, I will. And I'm doing it, and then he goes over to like his old sound system thing, and he gets on the mic so that everybody can hear, and he's like, tune your guitar. And I was just like, wow, what a dick. Like,
well, that's the number one concern for sound guys is this band efficient getting on and off stage too.
Yeah.
Like I'll see bands twisting their cymbals off on stage, and that will drive me crazy because I'm like, get your cymbal stands off the stage. And we made this parody called Setting Up Gear, and it's to the tune of Fat Lip. Setting up gear, and one of the lines is, so leave your cymbals on, don't spin them off the stands. First get them off stage, then put them in the bag. In the bridge.
That's good, yeah. That's good.
But yeah, that's the one thing I would suggest. Actually, the reason I was like, yeah, let's get Bole, is we want a backline. Because we have such an elaborate setup, and everything's pre-mixed, and that stage is kind of small.
Yeah, it is.
And I saw that you guys have small combo amps.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, this band could probably set up in front of our setup.
And dude, we're on the run. Like, we're on the move always. So, you know what I mean?
So that's a good way to get big. And one of the bands on the label we're on, NC Records, they're called the Beach Goons.
Yeah, I've
Beach Goons?
heard of them, yeah.
They just took the phases. I'll have to tell you about that. But there's this band going on tour with them now that I saw like the other week, but they're like smaller than us.
I've definitely heard of the Beach Goons.
Phases, and they're going on full USA tour.
Phases or Beach Goons?
They're playing
Phases
Riot
with
Fest
the Beach
too, I'm
Goons.
pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Beach Goons?
Yeah, with
Phases
I don't know if they're
play
taking the
like-
Phases with them, but they're playing Riot
No,
Fest.
They've been doing
they're
so
taking
well.
them with
Are
them.
they really?
The whole tour.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be so gnarly for
Phases
them.
were playing out like
Aviara, last week I was there.
Park and stuff. They played there a couple times.
Dude, good for them.
Wow.
So, August 2019, I saw them open for Angels and Airwaves at the races, Del Mar.
Wow.
I was like, who's this band? Like, it looks like they just started. They got
Yeah.
little combo amps, and like,
Yeah.
they didn't even bring backup guitars. You're opening for Angels and Airwaves. The dude broke 2 strings
Oh my god.
and had to like figure it out, but he did, and they pulled it off. And you could tell like they're definitely well-seasoned musicians, but like they don't have that. They probably drive a lot of sound guys crazy.
Yeah.
To my point I was just making. But they just have like a small setup, and that, you know, could very well be the reason that Angels and Airwaves was like, all right, fine, these guys can open.
Yeah.
But then we came to find out that they're on NC Records, who's run by Pat Magnarella, and then
Now they're huge.
Yeah, we got discovered by them as well, and then we were like, oh, the Beach Goons are on this label. We saw them open for Angels. Like, oh, that all makes sense how they open for Angels. But, you know, it's to your guys' advantage to have that small setup. I remember when I was like your guys' age coming up, I wanted the big 412, 212 stack that Tom DeLonge had, and it probably drove sound guys and bands crazy because they're like, I gotta wait for this guy to set up all of this crap and take it down. The little things, though, and even, you know, one of the things I learned through playing Warped Tour and stuff was don't ever go a minute over your set time. And I never really thought that was a big deal. Like, if we went 2 minutes over, we could just make up for it by getting off stage 2 minutes faster. Like, what's the big deal? But, like, every band, ever since I heard that, I've kicked myself for going a couple minutes over on my hometown Warped Tour in Toronto, and that was, like, the last time we got to play a big stage, evidently. But every band I've seen ever since, they play 1 minute short of their set time. Lola last night, I checked it, 1 minute short of when her set time was supposed to be over. So you allow that like buffer zone of like, oh, a cable's not working, a string broke.
Right?
1 minute fix.
We always usually say.
Sometimes we usually play so fast, we're like 5 minutes before the set.
You
Like,
guys
we're just like
ended
going
early?
going for speed and like doing back to back.
Except for Queen Bees, bro. They shut the PA off because we went over our time.
Even though we had like 23
We
minutes.
played our last song without any PA. But it was
Isn't that
still,
crazy,
it was
though?
still fun though.
How musicians are known for not being punctual, you know, musician time is a thing.
And you would think we would be on time because we're supposed to play on time, so you'd think it would just translate, but no, it doesn't.
And you play fast, and usually you're 5 minutes before. But yeah, it's crazy how the music industry, live music especially, takes time so seriously, even though no musician's ever on time. But when you get to the big shows, it's like you better be dead on time or the entire industry is going to know about it.
I mean, with the shows we play, I've noticed every single show is never on time.
Always
half behind.
Always late.
They call it punk time. We're on punk time.
Right, and a lot of venues allow for it. I know the Poorhouse does. I mean,
That's us playing like DIY shows. You know what I mean?
exactly.
House shows.
75% of the shows we play now are in a house or in a skate park or in a garage or in a
like a
sewer
venue or
just
something.
like a new venue that's popped up. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of sewer shows.
Yeah, there's some gnarly sewer shows
Really?
going on recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What do those look like?
Those are the most
You
fun.
gotta like park in someone's neighborhood and you gotta like walk through a field and crawl under a
you gotta like
gate.
beat up someone. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you gotta pay a troll.
So it's not like an underground sewer because
No,
we're in
it's usually on the
California.
freeway.
It is.
Like,
One of the first shows that we ever like went to, he was playing at
I think
with
we
his
played
band.
with Corrupted Youth that show.
Yeah,
I remember
and it was
that.
literally under like
Under the 5.
freeway. Like you can go over to the little spot and peek your head up, and the cars are going 80 miles per hour. Like,
So I wouldn't call that a sewer show. It's just under a bridge.
Yeah.
Bridge show.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
call it that.
yeah,
show.
pretty
Or
much.
like a water
Or like
Sorry, now I have a
a,
vision.
like a ditch or something like that.
ditch.
too.
I literally pictured like Ninja Turtles going under the tunnel.
no.
I'd be
Going in a
That'd be
sewer.
cool,
Under downtown,
What's
like
the little rat's name?
Splinter.
Splinters
Yeah.
down there. Like, what's the secret word?
No, those are they have those a lot.
It's pretty
now.
cool. We play like lately. We've been playing a lot more venues though and bars, like which has been pretty nice because like it's cool to have the DIY scene and then like have the bar scene also, and then when you play other shows, you get both of them to like combine into one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to
gonna be-
mix it up.
Yeah, it's
So.
gonna be interesting. This month is like we're only playing bars this month, and we used to only play like houses. So
Yeah.
we're only playing like bars this month, and the 24th is 21 plus, and the 18th is 21 plus. So we're like, all right, let's see like who's gonna show up because like our last few shows we've had like mostly like high school kids.
Yeah.
You know, like
A lot.
Like
just like skater
fresh
kids
out of high school kids, like people 20 and stuff like that. So it'll be kind of interesting to see like
Well,
what
and we'll
we
be
can
getting
do.
we'll be playing to new people, so that'll be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to mix it up. I mean, age restrictions suck in general.
Right.
I've always hated that.
That's why I was texting you,
For
like,
everybody.
can we write an X on people's hands or whatever, or do something, do anything?
Yeah.
We won't talk about what my reply was. But yeah, I used to play shows in Toronto that were almost every venue is 19 plus in Toronto because the drinking age is 19
Yeah.
on it.
That's not that bad.
Canada?
It's not as bad, yeah.
Oh, what the heck? I didn't know that.
But it's still a struggle to get, people 16, 17, 18 are the ones that want to go to shows.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where they, got together, at least when I was that age.
Yeah.
And then in Quebec, Montreal, almost every show is 18 plus because the drinking age is 18 in Quebec. So I don't see America changing their
Right.
drinking age
No.
anytime soon.
No.
But it would be great to have 18 plus at least.
But we've been lucky enough, like, most shows we play are all ages. Like, these are the only 2 shows we played this year that are going to be 21 plus, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least.
That's true. The last time we played at the Bancroft, it was all ages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bancroft did all ages?
Yeah,
They
they
did
did
five
that
of them.
thing. They did
Yeah,
that thing
like
where
an
you
outside
couldn't cross
festival.
the.
Oh, okay. It was outside.
Yeah, they did a thing where you couldn't cross like the caution tape
If you were under 21.
Gotcha.
But you could be at the show still.
Yeah, but they
couldn't pit because that was where the pit was in the 21 and up section.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
So kind of like
they had little kids in there though, so it was kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what venues should be allowed to do is like just block off the area where the bar is and you just can't go over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Right?
You can do a lot of things with that.
But it all comes down to like liquor licenses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a liquor license that like House of Blues has where you can have that,
Yeah.
or the amount of security they have, maybe I don't know what it is.
Control it.
Yeah, we played at a bar who had no liquor license
Yeah,
at one point.
yeah, when we were under 21, we played at a bar with no liquor license.
Oh, really? Well, you guys could even play at Poorhouse and most venues, even if you aren't 21.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You just have to sit
Yeah.
outside or what?
Yeah, sit
Yeah.
outside. Our drummer used to have to sit outside at Casbah, Isaac. The whole tour we did in 2019, he was allowed to get in to the 21 plus venues. There was only like 4 or 5 that were 21 plus shows. And then our first show outside of California for Mainsail at the time was in Grants Pass, Oregon, I believe. And they were like, whoa, one of your members is not 21 and your merch girl is not 21? Like, we didn't know about
have
this,
it.
guys. Like, you should have told us. And we're like, well, we just, we know that they just have to sit outside until
Yeah.
they play. And they're like, nope, they can't play here. And that was
You're in
like the one
Oregon.
show that people were showing up, like,
see you.
To see our band play, that like they had actually promoted it well. It's a good venue. It's called Howie's. It might have been Medford, Oregon, Howie's, and yeah, we just ended up playing an acoustic because
wow.
We had to do that the other week too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to do that because Jesse went down sick.
I got
so
COVID.
We had to pull up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jesse
right
had COVID
before one of our
back.
shows, and they had to do an acoustic set without me.
We just played a bunch of blank covers, and
I played the cajon for the
Randy jumped on the cajon.
Wow. And there's a lot of venues now where you need to prove negative. Oh, there's that timer. You need to prove that you don't have COVID or that you got the vaccine.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't turn away people if they haven't gotten the vaccine. Like,
yeah, I don't think that's fair.
It's
either.
all like up in the air right now.
At like best, like tell them to wear a mask or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but to completely tell someone not to come because they don't have the vaccine is kind of
like with stadiums are like in the middle.
They're in the middle
like,
of it. They don't know what to do.
they don't know what to do right now.
Soma, everybody had to prove that they didn't have COVID within the last 72 hours, that they had negative results.
Yeah.
Or you had to have your vaccine card.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of photoshopping going on from a lot of people.
Yeah, those cards are kind of, they don't look that official.
Right. And you could just, to get in, you could just change the date on your negative result.
Yeah, right.
That's what everyone was doing.
Yeah.
This is just a weird time, man.
It is.
It's weirder than it was last year. Like, last year it was just like, all right, everything's shut down.
Yeah, true.
The world slipped into chaos for a quick minute, and now we're like, okay, now how do we pick ourselves back up?
Right, and then everyone was like, it's all right, we're going to get this vaccine in a couple months, and then everything's going to go back to normal. It's not normal, and you had to wear a mask inside, even though you showed your vaccine card. So, I don't know. I don't want to get all political and talk about how I don't like wearing a mask, because that offends a lot of people. Yeah. But I just personally liked the 30 years where I didn't have to wear one.
Right.
I don't think I should get hate for that. That's all I believe in.
I mean, at the end of the day, no one likes to wear a mask. They just wear it because it's safe and like...
Yeah, and I don't want to be like
people.
insensitive. I just don't think I'm going to kill anyone from walking around without a mask in a concert. And then everyone's sweating all over each other. So that's the thing. It's like, I'm not being insensitive. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. Everyone's literally sweating all over each other.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you want this water, Jesse?
No, I'm straight.
All right, cool. I'm going to have it.
I can get you another one if you want to.
It's all good.
I'm good right now.
So what's the EP called that you guys put out 3 years ago?
It's called Teenage Supermarket.
Teenage Supermarket?
Yeah.
So we still play 2 of the songs off of it, and the other 2 are kind of retired. But,
So it's a 4-song EP?
Yeah, it's a 4-song EP. It's pretty much out everywhere. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, everything.
I have a state-of-my-art playlist that I'll add it to and get people to check it out.
Sweet.
That was pre-Jesse.
Checking out a song there.
That was pre-Jesse and Josh.
That was stuff that we wrote back in like high school almost.
So, super old, If you're looking at a song there, like Tomb Raider is the song most people like on that. It's the song we play still, and Smoked Out
That's like our
is still the song that we like close with. We close every show with. So
cool.
Those like the 2 songs to check out on that one.
Where'd you guys record that?
That was
Same studio?
No, we recorded it at one of these.
Our buddy, there's a band called Poudre. Yeah. We like went in their garage and we just live recorded all the songs.
Oh, live off the floor?
Yeah, we just played them all once, and then that was the EP.
Then went back on some of them, did vocals, tracked the guitars a little bit, and like did it in like 6 hours or something like that.
Yeah, we did it all in one day.
It's pretty good.
Nice. So that one's, I'm imagining, a little more fly swatter, Cheshire cat sounding.
Yeah.
It's totally,
Still sounds like pretty good though for how we recorded it. So
it's pretty crazy how good of a recording you can get these days for very cheap.
For real,
right? But like I said before, now I'm just like, it totally gave me new like life for the band when we got Jesse and Josh, because it's just like,
oh yeah, exactly,
like, such good musicians, and then Jesse's drumming just fits the genre like so well that that now I can play it now like the way I wanted the songs to always sound. You know, they sound like that, so it's sick. Like we went over all of our old songs and we just like put the BPM up and like just like. Yeah, they're all just like way faster now.
Yeah, awesome. And even the ones that we were like creating too, they're just like
the new stuff we're working on really sounds pretty slick too.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you guys like to play really fast?
Yeah, and like Jesse can play like ska beats and stuff too.
Okay.
So it's
We
like,
play fast, but like compared to FLF, I do think that we're still a little slower than FLF.
Who's
Right.
FLF?
Foreign Life Form.
It's his band.
That's
Oh,
my
your other band. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And,
we
like,
definitely are,
that
yeah.
one, like I really go fast in that
Yeah.
one. That one's like, yeah, you know, it's like
Trashy.
thrash punk, you know.
Right.
So like
We're still
coming over
pop.
here is like I bumped the speed up for them, but like it's still pop. It's still
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're definitely like pop punk. Oh, because like when some people hear punk, they just think of like crazy. Like,
There's so many
screaming
categories of
shit.
punk
yeah,
now.
for
Yeah.
real. But I guess you could say we're pop punk. We have that little blink vibe.
Yeah,
going
like
on.
we said, like Blink,
So-
Gob. Like I want to write more like propaganda style.
Yeah, Green Day always
Propaganda
inspired me.
with that one.
you know.
Like,
Do you do the majority of the songwriting then, Aiden?
Like,
it's like
Kind of
me and
between
Aiden.
them
Yeah, it's
two
like
the
both of
most.
us.
Yeah.
so I do the
Sure.
majority of the singing,
Yeah.
but we split most of the songwriting.
Yeah.
It's pretty nowadays. It's just whoever brings a song to practice. Like,
Yeah.
pretty
Right.
play it. So.
One of the new songs
then-
we're
but
working
then
on
we
was
all
written by
have-
Josh.
We all have ideas, like when we're creating, like when we're working on a new song, like, oh, we should do this, like, we should do this, do that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Do you guys have any way of like demoing out on like a DAW or like a garage band your new songs on your own?
Oh, like
I don't
right, like
think
making
I've ever done
demos.
this.
Yeah, just
like,
recording it.
Yeah, like I mean, I could record them on my laptop, and then our buddy Josh also
Yeah.
records stuff on his laptop. So we have like demos of the EP we're putting out right now. That
And what
are,
do you use on your laptop? GarageBand or?
Yeah, I just used GarageBand
Nice.
like, when we were starting out, and then Josh uses like Pro Tools, I think.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh, so Josh, what does Josh play in the band? Bass?
he's lead guitar. So I play
guitarist, yeah.
bass and sing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He plays rhythm and then drums.
yeah, I sing a little bit.
That's handy. Josh has Pro Tools.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And he's pretty good. So
He recorded his other band, Skirfunk's whole album,
Wow.
produced it and everything. So
for him.
yeah, look, check out Skirfunk's like their
Yeah.
self-titled album. It's,
Yeah.
it's Red Hot Chili Peppers vibes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very sick.
Nice.
but they have like a lot of good catchy songs. They have a huge following, and like people love their music. We
Cool.
love their
They
music.
throw down some pretty
It's
good
so
hooks.
cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out. Maybe
Yeah.
have his band on here.
Oh yeah.
Finally
Yeah,
getting
dude,
in
they would love to come on
Yeah.
here.
Sweet.
They're a good group of guys. Really
Yeah, we
good.
were blessed to have them join because it was like when me and Randy first joined the scene, like we knew nothing like at all. Like we hardly even knew how to play our instruments or like
Yeah.
we just knew like we liked the music and we knew we liked like fucking around and like going to parties.
Yeah,
So
just
we-
having fun.
So
Yeah.
we were just having fun and like we looked up to like Jesse because like we met his band Foreign Life Form.
just
and we
like
looked up
online and everything.
We looked up to
too.
Josh and
Yeah.
Skirfunk because like we were going to his shows and
Yeah.
like we just never thought like
Like yeah, we went to this like one specific show where we met like
Everybody
3,
from
4
the scene.
bands and like everybody from the
That's
scene.
what you got to
and,
do.
like,
You got to go to shows.
Yeah, and it's
So
like
it'll
wow,
change
people
your
are
life.
actually like digging like the music like this
Yeah.
nowadays. You know.
and so we never
So-
thought they'd join our band but just the way it worked out like now we're
Yeah.
all in the band together and then it helps out so much. Josh being in Skirfunk like every show they get he's getting us on, every show we get like
Oh,
we're getting
nice.
them on and like
Yeah.
Yep.
all the opportunities go both ways and we're all best friends with them too.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's like
And they're from Temecula. We're from Fallbrook. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
like, yeah.
so that was a good hookup. Another positive adding of like the lineup change.
Yeah.
is
Sure.
that, like,
And Josh is writing
so many more
songs too
connections.
and everything, and
Cool.
like Jesse's starting to also. So it's just like
I write the songs
everything's
for
been
Foreign
working
Life
good.
Form, and
yeah.
they keep bringing up like, dude, you could write some songs.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, dude, like
Yeah.
I'll throw down. Like, let's see what we can do.
Nice. You have the ultimate force now.
right?
And like that was the big game changer for me is once I learned how to use a DAW, Pro Tools, Reason, and realize like, okay, this is what our songs look like to a grid or to, our tracks all playing at once, isolated and being able to solo things and being able to do our own pre-production before we go in the studio and save all that time and money.
Yeah.
To know what you want to record. You mean like exactly what?
Yeah, like
Everything
as far
needs
as
to be
the lineup and the sound and the songs
Yeah.
evolving, that was like such a big ingredient,
Yeah.
even though we were like pretty 4-chord pop punky at the time.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, this is what our guitar tones sound like. And so doors started opening to like, okay, now when I listen to music, I'm like, man, what does that Pro Tools session look like as I'm hearing this? You know?
It's all a huge learning process.
Yeah, we're still learning all that shit.
Yeah, like
I said, just at our last practice, I was like, dude, we're finally fucking getting the sound like we've always been trying to get. So.
Yeah.
Now I'm like trying to figure
fun.
out, just like...
I have a good time playing with them. I'm stoked that I joined the band.
Sweet. Good. Yeah, never stop learning.
Yeah.
Right?
Always be like...
Music's, it's endless things that you can learn with it.
Yeah.
It's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm learning more now than ever, and I'm like a teacher. I'm teaching music and Pro Tools, and I'm just like learning from the big guys and learning from some of my students and how they imagine things or how they
seeing things from like a different view or something.
Yeah, just how they pick up on things and doing sound at shows. Even it's like just learning how to use a console at band practice was a huge game changer for our band, because we were like, oh, the feedback isn't because it's too loud. There's these EQ knobs. Like, we can get rid of the feedback. For 5 years. We didn't know that.
I still have this stuff we're figuring it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good.
But
I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to see the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We are so stoked for the show, dude. I wanted you to come to that brewery because I wanted you to know
that was a good show.
Our sound before it. But, but I mean, it was fine.
I wanted to get video of you guys and like post it up and be like, come see them at the Poorhouse. This band's opening for us. But I was down there. My drummer lives by, where did the Chargers used to play? Qualcomm.
By like
Just
Mission
inland of
Valley.
that. Yeah, Mission Valley. He lives off that.
Friars Road.
So I was like, all right, if I can get out of here by 8, maybe I'll see them. And then you guys posted, we're on at 7. I'm like, oh, I'm not making
It ain't
that.
happening now.
Yeah.
That's an early one.
You guys will be on at like 8:30ish, 9ish though for this one.
Where is it at? Is it like on the strip of Oceanside?
It's on Coast Highway.
Coast Highway, basically South Oceanside.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
You live
Dude,
around
we're
here
playing
though,
on
you
the
said?
Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah,
That's where I thought the last show was going to be.
That's fat.
Oh, it's a great spot. Yeah.
Dude, it's like right there.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Across from like LTH, if you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I live just down the road. I sometimes
cool.
run here. It's like a 2-minute drive.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Sweet.
I live in my boss keyboardist. Whoa, these things are loud. I live in his garage.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
I have a nice little setup in there though.
Yeah.
It's just been getting hot lately.
The garage life, it treats you different, bro. I sleep at my grandparents'
Yeah.
garage.
Yeah.
I know the feeling, dude.
Dude, only in California can you get away with that.
Yeah.
For real.
I love it. It's the same temperature all the time, other than like this week. It's been kind of hot. But I used to live like in his upstairs guest room. So during COVID, I wasn't allowed in the country. I had to go back to Canada to renew my work permit, and then I was stuck there for the whole year.
Oh, wow.
But I managed to fly out, and he just moved into this condo, and he was like, yeah, like, check it out. This is your room. So I stayed in that room for 1 month, and then they had a baby in December when I came back down. So they were like, obviously your room's taken. I'm like, that's all good. Like, I gotta keep my budget down and live out of my van again.
Yeah.
And then like I came across some work, and I was like, you know what? And this place opened up. I was like, what about that garage that you've been teaching out of? Can I live in that? So yeah, it's been good. I've been really lucky down here. Opportunities just keep coming.
So are there shows here like frequently or?
So here at the Sharp School of Music and Studio, I was trying to
Shout out.
plug it. Yeah. We did one show in May, and it went really, really well.
Wow.
Yeah, we had 4 bands. A band from Orange County called Every Other Year came down. Avenue Army headlined it. And then a couple bands that, one of them we record here. They're called Envy.
Yeah.
Really talented dudes. And then a band called Wasted Years, mostly covers, but the lead singer is like 9 years old or 10 years old, and she kills it. She's so good, Sam.
That's pretty sick.
Wow.
Yeah, she's one of our students. Yeah, each band got 50 tickets. They sold them all. They all made good money because the church was just like, yeah, you guys can just do the first show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw us 10%, I think it was, is what we
Dude, that's
did.
awesome, actually. 10% is, like, not even anything off the cut.
Yeah, and we had, like, 130, 140 people in there.
Good
Wow,
shot.
that's
full
good.
light rig. You'll see the light rig on the 24th. But,
I dig the kitchen the most, man.
Yeah.
The kitchen's sick.
We had a little pizza and snack bar set up. It was kind of like, there's this venue in Nashville called Rocket Town. It's like Christian-owned skate park.
Oh, wow.
3 venues.
Yeah.
Basically like a cafe venue. Another building that they own called the White Room, I think is like a 600 cap room. And then their big Live Nation room that's like 1,500, 2,000. So we kind of had that idea for this place. It's like,
That's cool.
you know, the church has given us this building. Let's throw shows. Let's have a studio lesson center. Like they kind of have a couple rooms like this too. So I'd always play there when I'd go through Nashville, and I was like, oh man, I can't believe I'm a part of like
Something like
a
that.
California Rocket Town. Like,
Because, we're always looking for, like, venues, you know, man, because, like, the venues nowadays are run by crooks, man, or, like, run by...
They can
like,
be, yeah.
A lot of them just want to do, like, pay-to-play stuff.
Sure.
They don't want to set up big show. They don't care about the lineup. They don't care about the genre.
Exactly.
They don't care about, like, what kids are showing up. And it's, like... When we're setting up a DIY show, like we're thinking about all that, like who's gonna pull, who's gonna close.
Before
who's
COVID,
gonna
there was
open.
like some good ones. Like the old legendary one was Bow Wow.
Dude,
That
Bow
was
Wow.
like go down in history.
I've never heard
But
of
these
that
are all
place. Where was
DIY
that?
venues.
Yeah,
And
I was down in
DIY
Chula
venue in
Vista. It was just like a huge warehouse ran by like
Sweet.
a girl, and like her dad was like the one that like kind of owned it.
Yeah, they're just in it
it
for
was
the right
tyranny.
reasons.
It was
But it's
just
like
so sick.
playing
Her
actual
uncle
venue
owned the
nowadays
place,
is like-
actually.
Her uncle.
Yeah, her uncle owned the place, and
Okay.
he would let her throw shows there.
Yeah.
Like, we would tag the walls all over the
Yeah.
place. There was art all over
People
the
could,
place.
people could
Spray painted.
skateboard in it, and like
There was a
Built a
stage
skate.
there.
yeah, there's like
It was
3
cool.
different places to play in that place. Like
For real.
it was
The last
so
show
cool.
before COVID, the night COVID happened, Jesse threw a
14th.
show there.
The
and,
portal
like, we
party.
all
It
played
wasn't
there.
just me. It was the Subculture crew. I run a page online called
Yeah.
Subculture.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we're event organizers. We throw shows. Nick from Running and Screaming handles recordings, and I print T-shirts for it.
Okay.
But we threw a show there with 8 bands, 2 stages, and 10 artists that, like, dude, it blew up.
It was amazing.
There was, like,
yeah.
I forget what the cap was, but she said
Said
tyranny
it
because
was
of
like
COVID.
100 or 200 like that.
I think it was
but there
200,
more.
yeah,
But
200
there's way
person cap,
more.
and we had people waiting outside that wanted to come in. Like, it was cool. It was,
It was
a really
like
good
the
show.
night everything got
Wow.
shut down.
Yeah, it
'Cause
was
I was
nice.
supposed to
Just
play at
snuck it
Shea
in in
Cafe
time.
the
That was
next
the
morning.
last show
Yeah.
before COVID. It
was
was
like-
Friday the 13th of
That's
2020.
what it was.
Wow,
Yeah. It was sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like March 14th. Yeah,
and that was
so
at the
much.
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow House.
Bow Wow House.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend Tierney runs it. Well,
Is
she
it
did,
still-
she did run it. It's not open
It's not there
anymore.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Right?
It's good, yeah.
That's how DIY venues are. They come and go.
Yeah.
For real, as much as you can while they're not burnt out.
Oh yeah,
For real.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have DIY venues close in the middle of a tour. I'd book a show there, and then like
Doesn't
Evansville,
exist
Indiana, or something, and then it's like, oh yeah, no, we're closed now.
Have you toured a lot, like around like the country, like most?
Yeah, most of my 20s I was on the road.
Wow.
Just
What's like some of the scenes like out in like?
it
anywhere?
varies, and it depends who you find. Like if
Yeah.
you find
Yeah.
some dudes like yourselves and Jesse's throwing a huge show, then it's
Yeah.
like, oh wow, this scene's incredible. But
Yeah.
no, you just found the right person.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot of times. And then sometimes there's just like, it's just a dry year. Like there's
Yeah.
nowhere to play in this town, even though I
Yeah.
have a following here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope to do that soon. Like we're trying to find like other bands in other states that are.
Dude, Death of Self
Like-
in Chicago, man. I want to get a show with those
Yeah.
guys. I've played out in Chicago before and
Yeah.
met some bands out there. Like, dude, Death of Self kicks ass.
Yeah, and then
Sick.
you brought up like
you got to book like 2 months of touring to get out there.
We did that in a 2-week tour. We toured.
Really?
Yeah, I was in an old band I was in called the Pope Virgins, and like we toured from San Diego all the way out to Chicago and back.
Good for you guys.
It was pretty cool. And we only did it in 2 weeks, man. The worst drive was going from Austin all the way to Salt Lake City in one night.
Yeah, that'll
we
be
finished
rough.
in Austin, threw our gear in, and said "see ya," and just took off to Salt Lake. It was like a 20-hour drive.
Yeah, I've done those.
Yeah, that's like
Every time I've come through here, though, it's been really good. And like it got to the point where I was just booking a lot of B, C, D markets that were, a lot of the industry was like, "Why are you even playing there? Like, it's not worth playing there." But some of those markets, if I found the right band, they were like, yeah, we know the place for you to play. Like, we're stoked to have you.
Yeah.
We're going to bring all our friends out. They're all going to buy your merch. And I'm like, that sounds great to me. Or like the small bar on Tuesday night, it started turning into, holy shit, this is like an actual artist playing here. Yeah. We never get, the full light show and everything. So I was having a lot of success with all these little markets, but it was like, I got to keep going back to California like at least twice a year. So 2 months out, 2.5 months back. I was gone for 5 months, and then a month later I'd do it again, but with like a couple different other routes.
Yeah, I mean, California's the best,
It really is.
It's got LA, San Diego.
LA, I've never actually played LA. I've only played like Pomona.
Yeah, I've
just
heard
outside
different things about it. Like
Anaheim.
Our friends Scur Funk, they said they played up in LA like a while back, and they said it was kind of like weird kind of crowd. Yeah,
it goes back to the pay to play.
Yeah,
it just depends on the shows you're playing out there.
It makes sense why a lot of these venues are like kind of over it and just there to pay the bills because it's so hard, and like there's a lot of overhead to cover a lot of the times. So it's funny, the industry is becoming so DIY because that's like what you have to do, especially at this stage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand.
Also, it's easier than ever to be DIY.
Yeah, it's easier, but like the times where I've stepped up to the next level plate of playing the 1,000 cap venues and having to get the big local bands, I just feel so much more rewarded. And even if the staff is a little like, at first, like, there's only going to be 200 people in our 1,000 cap room, and then the bands are like, oh, we hate playing this huge ass room to
what, even though it's a large crowd, it looks small in like comparison.
Dude, 200 people to me is 200 people. Is huge to me.
A lot. 20 people to me is a lot.
Yeah. So when I would play those venues and like, it was almost like, looking back, a lot of nights I would turn that vibe around. Like, just through the show and through my excitement. And, when you're up on stage, you're kind of in charge of the vibe of that room, right? Yeah. And people saw that, like, hey, you know what? He doesn't care that there's only 40 people here. He's giving it everything he's got. I'm going to have the night of my life, too. Give me another shot,
Yeah.
So it's just cool to look back on that and, like, realize, like, and I just want to put the message out there to a lot of smaller bands is like, don't only give all you got to the small DIY venue that looks packed. Give everything you got to every show, every opportunity to play to anyone, even if it's just the sound guy and the bar staff. They might have a national act coming through that big venue next week, and you could end up opening that.
So exactly.
A lot of opportunities came from playing the empty La Crosse, Wisconsin venue. And the owner being like, hey, you know what? I got Hawthorne Heights coming here in a couple months. Do you want to come back?
Sick.
And I'm like, sure, yeah. Like, just don't put me on the flyer. Otherwise, their agent is going to kick me off because he knows I'm not local. So little things like that. You learn and you just like, I always say, back to our songs getting in video games, a video game where you're an artist or a band and you have to like go through all the struggles and learn all the things you learned from being in a band would be so gnarly. Like almost like a Grand Theft Auto meets Tony Hawk Underground. But like you have all these little random weird side tasks like the promoter didn't print out tickets for the show.
So now you gotta do
now no one's gonna come to your show. You gotta find the local print shop and print your own tickets. First design it on Photoshop. It's like
that's how we felt. That's how I felt starting the band because we started the band like just to start a band or just to have something to do because we were like in community college and we're like we have to do something. Like, let's just do it and then like just like all the tasks of being in a band and all this stuff. I'm like, it's keeping us busy and it's like it's hella fun and
something like I've always wanted to do.
Meeting everyone.
It's something positive to put energy into. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, and like my whole point is you have to like fall in love with the process and like treat it like it's a video game. Like imagine that's what we did on our tour when I was first starting out with Mainsail and booking their shows. I was like, it's going to suck unloading all this. It's going to suck, that Isaac can't play this show. All these things are going to happen. Eventually, we're gonna have a tire pop. Imagine it's all part of the video game and laugh about it. And
that's true.
Absolutely, I love that. I love the way you say that because I think life's a video game.
Yeah, we're really
life's
talking
a video
about that.
game.
Like,
and we're just here to level up. Like when I go to work and I'm cooking, I'm leveling up my cooking skills.
Yeah.
When we practice, I'm leveling up my drumming skills.
Yeah, you may as well treat it like a game. Like, give it everything you got because you're stuck at work for that 5, 6, 8 hours. You may as well make it like a video game and like. I look at everything as this is part of the video game for my big vision of being a successful musician.
Like trust the process,
Yeah.
So
even if it is a part-time job. Where do you work at?
Rustic Root in downtown.
Rustic Root.
Yeah, it's in downtown San Diego. It's right on 5th Avenue. Right in the middle of the gas lamp district.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's badass.
It's a pretty nice restaurant. Good food.
Nice. Nice. You ever been to Bootlegger down there?
No.
We just played there a couple weeks ago. Nice. I love that area.
Yeah,
it's really popping out there.
Yep.
I love San Diego.
Yeah, dude. Greatest place on the planet, especially North County. I love it up here.
Yeah, I mean,
I would not want to be in a band. Yeah, I would want to be in a band, but being in a band here is like so much more fun.
And the more I grow up, the more like I fall in love with it too. Which is good. So
yeah,
it's cool.
When you guys went on tour, did you think like, man, San Diego's way better than this city?
Nah, honestly,
really? You love traveling.
Each city had its own vibe. Like,
yeah, that's true.
We played on a reservation, like a Native American reservation in Saley, Arizona.
Sweet.
Dude, and like that was unreal. Like that's a whole different experience. Seeing people walking on the highways, like in Fallbrook highways, just on the side of the street to come to a show in the middle of nowhere.
That's badass.
It's really crazy, and a decent amount of people showed up. We played at a place called The Shack, and it was just this shack at someone's house in the middle of the res. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And like, then we one of my favorite places we played was Davenport, Iowa. Like that whole town looked like a colonial town. Like it was just cool.
Yeah, I've driven through that town a lot.
It's pretty awesome. Like I don't know, every like city you play has its own vibe, and you get if you get to like understand like okay, like this is how the people are over here. Like all right, cool, let's go.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, you got to kind of appreciate everybody's culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like this is my favorite culture. So like when I got here, I was like, man, I don't even want to go across the country to go play to 20 people in that town. Yeah. I don't feel the need to anymore. I can just keep playing here and meet 20 new awesome people and not have to drive nearly as far. But I do miss getting out there and like, playing. Yeah.
It's good to have people like know your music across the country.
I really like to travel. So like traveling as a musician is just like the coolest freaking aspect of it.
It's the best way to travel, man.
Yeah, literally.
It's like my dream is just to go on like a good tour.
That's our goal, hopefully like next summer we can go on at least like a couple week tour.
Just meet new people, see new places, and like just all the above. Like it seems so sick.
If anything, like I don't like traveling, not working, not being a musician. Because I like just feel like a tourist and like
we're just here looking at things.
I don't like doing touristy things. I don't like just like looking at like sites or statues or anything. Like my parents went to Europe and they were a couple years before I ended up getting on a tour out there, and I was like, no, I don't really want to go with the family and do that thing. I feel like I'm kind of trapped in a bubble. And sightseeing and stuff, and then we got on a tour with I Set My Friends on Fire, and
dude, that's gnarly.
It was sick.
Wow.
Which like some of the shows were really small still, which was stressful because it was like you got to rent the van, you got to pay for the gas. There's a lot of expenses that go into it. Yeah, they're still around.
That's crazy.
All new members, but like Matt, the main guy, is still doing it.
I remember they were on.
I think they played here recently.
They were on.
Yeah, probably.
The way I found out about them was they made 2 old videos with Smosh. Those videos were like my favorite Smosh videos, and they're like, that was funny. That's crazy that you said that. Wow.
So my friend Nate, who's actually going to be on an upcoming episode, he joined the band and kind of reignited the fire.
Cool. Nice.
To get them out on the road. So
good for
a band from Australia dropped, and he was like, do you guys want to do it? So me and my friends in a band called Time and Distance got together, played kind of like a split set, half their songs, half my songs. And I was just so glad that I was out there, you know, in a venue every night. That's how I want to travel.
Exactly.
I want to be, it could be the dingiest venue or the nicest venue.
It's the experience.
Yeah.
It's like just
that's where you see the real culture. That's where you see the real locals and the real kids coming out to see music. Like, those are my people.
Yeah.
And also, like, I didn't feel the need to go see the sights even in, like, Venice. I was like, I gotta sleep for the show tonight. There's gonna be people
waiting on me.
Like, another side of the world that are going to experience my music tonight. I want to make sure my voice is great. So I get very much like that on the road now. I'm like, you know, I'll eat at the Subway. I don't care. I don't need to go to the iconic restaurant. I'm going to the iconic venue tonight.
That's dope.
So you guys will get there soon enough. But, you know, one step at a time and one city at a time, half a gas tank at a time, to slowly build it up.
Yeah.
You're in California, you know, we played Visalia. It was amazing. We played Fresno. It was not so amazing. You got to just branch out and figure out, you know, where you're wanted and where you could find some friends. We can wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming up. Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having us.
Dude, Mike,
definitely.
thanks for having us, man.
This is good.
For real.
Anytime.
It was fun.
It's like our first interview.
First podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. I like having new bands on, and you get the experience of like
I enjoy it. Yeah.
talking about what you're doing.
And we're stoked for the 24th, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna drink,
Poorhouse.
dance, party.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. We're doing some Blink covers too. So
No way.
Yeah,
Maybe
you guys will write
we'll learn one too.
Nice. Yeah, you should. Nice.
Double blinks.
Yeah, if we
We'll
play
put
the same
double
song,
blinks.
I won't be mad. I'll be happy about it.
Okay, roll the dice and see which
small
one we pick.
things. So.
Right on. Well, thanks again, boys. Bole, September 24th at the Poorhouse. If you're not from California, you better jump on a plane.
Hell yeah.
Episode 41. That's a wrap. Thanks, guys.
Adios.
All right, another one down. Thanks, Bole. Thanks, Randy, Jesse, Aiden, for coming up and being on the show. I'm excited to meet lead guitarist Josh at the Poorhouse on September 24th. Be sure to check out Bole's music. I put a couple songs in the State of My Art playlists on YouTube Music and Spotify. So check them out, like them, download them. That goes a long way for these local artists. As always, big thanks to Vocalese for hooking us up with some throat spray. I'm gonna get Bole a bottle to try at the show on the 24th, and you can get your very own bottle by going to this link beside my head, where you'll get 15% off your entire order of Vocalese throat spray and other Vocalese products. So get your all natural Vocalese products today. I'll drop the link in the description as well. And a huge thank you to the Sharp School of Music and Studio here in Oceanside, California, for hosting almost half of these podcast episodes now. If you're interested in learning an instrument, drums, bass, guitar, maybe you want to learn how to sing or play the piano, definitely check out the Sharp School of Music and Studio. I'll drop the link in the description. We do some pretty great recordings here as well. If you're in a band and you want to record some demos or hash out a little EP or a single, we can definitely do it at very affordable rates. Lessons are very affordable, and if you're not in Oceanside, you can do Zoom lessons with us. So check out the sharpschoolandstudio.com to learn how to play an instrument or maybe come here and record. And lastly, thank you for checking out this episode of State of My Art podcast. If you enjoy what you saw or heard wherever you're watching this or listening to this, please follow, click like, leave a comment if you so please. All that stuff really helps me grow this podcast, and it helps you see more episodes like this one with Bole. Thanks again. I'll see you next week for another episode of State of My Art podcast.